Good evening, ladies, and welcome back. I hope everyone had a wonderful week.
I
Wonderful.
did. I hope you did.
Yeah,
I
thank you, Winnie. I'm loving those green earrings. I might have to take them if I see you with them on.
You can have them, girl. You can have them.
So, ladies, last week was a fun week. We talked about, yeah, I hate to say it like that, but it was a fun week. We talked about, men and the lack
branding,
of the lack
branding.
of care that they take. Yeah, they're branding themselves. The lack of care they take in branding themselves when they're putting their pictures and whatnot on social media. So hopefully you guys got to see that. And if you know some men and they're on social media, just tell them, do your best. You'll get a whole lot more responses if you are looking presentable. Is that good to say, presentable?
Yeah, that's the
I
word.
think that's great.
So ladies, our friend, we won't mention his name, but our friend, we oftentimes read his commentary, and it's always thought-provoking. If nothing else, it's always thought-provoking. So this time he's talking about women. And ladies, I know you've all said this. I'm waiting on God to send me my man. He has designed the man for me, and I right now I'm probably not ready, so he's not sent him yet. So I am waiting on God to send me my man. So
Mm-hmm.
so so ladies, have you said that, or do you know someone that said it before?
Oh yeah, I've said it. I've said it.
And what about you, Vonnie?
No, I've never said it.
You never said that. Well,
No,
I have said different versions of it. God's designed the man for me. He knows who's right for me, and He'll send him when it's time, and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you don't think about the flip side of that. And I'll just read you one of the there's three reasons why he says that waiting on God might keep you single forever. So one of the reasons is he says because it's allowing you to ignore your share of the responsibility. And ladies, he's right. You might be waiting on God, but what are you doing in the meantime? Share your responsibility for the romantic life. Do you pray and wait for God to send you that job without putting in applications and showing up for the interview? No, we don't. Do you wait on God's timing in order for you to lose those extra pounds without putting in the work? No, we don't.
nope.
The same way that you have to take responsibility in finding a job, losing weight, expanding your business, finding a church home is the same way that you have to take responsibility to pursue marriage and obtain a husband. So, ladies, what do you think about that?
Personally, I thought maybe I didn't get a man because I didn't ask God for a man. I wasn't that person, so I kind of thought, oh, well, maybe. But I will say one thing, no lie, and this is for real. When I moved to Atlanta, I did say to God, God, I'm not moving to Atlanta to look for no man and this, that, and the other thing. And what they say is what you pray to God, you have to be specific when you pray to him. And I think when I said that to him, he said, well, okay, girl, I ain't gonna find you no man. I ain't helping you. You ain't getting none. And I sure didn't. Haven't. So hey, it is what it is.
It's not too late, honey.
That's why we're
It's
here,
not too late.
because
Should
it's
I
never
ask for
too
God,
late.
or you mean I'm gonna get a man?
There is a gentleman on the horizon. Yes, the silver lining is real. Go ahead,
It
Wendy.
is
I'm
real.
sorry.
I have done all those versions of that. I'm praying. I'm waiting on God to send me a man. Now, not without the work, though. I do. I mean, that's what this whole show is about, right?
Right.
We're
The work.
sharing ways that we have tried to put some action behind the prayer, right?
Right.
So we're not just sitting waiting at home for the UPS guy to come.
With your man
For
in a
the lightning
package.
to strike.
With your man folded up in a package. Paper doll.
Right. Or the lightning to strike. Whoop, here he is.
Yeah. You know, you got to get out, put yourself out there into some situations where you might there's more likely that you meet somebody that you could share some interest with. So, you do some things outside of your regular routine. You got to get out.
But this commentary said that some women are afraid. They just go home, work, into
Church.
Homework.
Now, I
because
have been in that loop. I've been in that
Right.
loop, though.
Right, right. So and some women feel ashamed to admit they've been on dating sites. They feel like that's
Really? That's so
yeah,
prevalent today. Okay.
yeah, because they feel like it's
Desperate.
It's like desperate, right? Like feel like they
desperate,
appear to be desperate.
pushy. Yeah, desperate, pushy,
Like they're
and they
not
don't
waiting
want
on
to say
God.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
just like he said, you have to put the work in yourself as well. You can wait on anyone, but if you're just going to work, home, and church, and especially like the church I attend, mostly everyone is married, right, Vonnie? So there are
oh yeah, my church too.
there are no,
Mine too.
there are no single, very few single men there. And then if they are they in my age group? I don't know that necessarily because I really don't go to church for that reason. So I honestly
Right.
do not know. But yeah, I just thought that was so interesting. You have to put the work in. It's okay to say you're waiting on God, but what are you doing in the meantime? And you think about it like this, God might have him at Starbucks that morning. You don't know. You might, stop in Starbucks. Sometimes you stop in Starbucks, get your coffee or your tea or whatever, sit down, take out your computer, get there a little bit early. And, guys, I don't know if we talked about this before, but somebody had said this to me that Starbucks was a place to meet eligible men. I don't know. Have you
Bachelor.
heard that before? Yeah, that's Starbucks. Like, go there a little early.
It was a guy on the radio. I mean, on one of his podcasts that
I wasn't. Because I know I heard that.
one of the guys on his show, the single men on his show, hang out there.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got to put yourself out there. So, ladies, the second reason he says while waiting on God is keeping you single, not us, you ladies out there. No, I'm just kidding. Keeping you single is because it allows you to hide your fears and insecurities under the guise of faith. Some women put on this unwavering faith for God when in reality they're scared and don't know what to do with themselves, nor are they ready to leave their comfort zone. Some women are so scared to go anywhere except church. And
well, you know what? One of the things I must say that I do like in this new age that we are in is that church is now responding to single people. Okay, not just women.
Many
single
of them
men.
are, yes.
They have dating things, they have seminars, they have retreats,
That's true, Bonnie.
Single ministries. The larger ones have a single.
Yeah, they have to meet get their church members to meet the singles in their church,
right?
Which is new because back in the day they didn't do that. It wasn't something. And I'll be honest with you. I used to think it was a sin. I swear, I used to think it was a sin to ask God for a man. So that's probably why I never did. I never was that woman because I thought it was a sin to ask God for a man. I was like, oh God, that's disgusting. I thought, but now my eyes have been open, my horizons have been open with church going and knowing that this is okay. There are single people in the church and let's bring them together to meet.
Especially the larger churches too. Especially the larger.
Yes.
Mine is tiny. Yeah.
Well, when I first came to Atlanta, the church that I joined, they had a singles ministry, but I don't know. I think the ones today are. I don't want to say more for hookups, because they're not necessarily, but I think they are more inclined for people to meet and get to know each other and even form relationships, because you want
A
people joining
faith-based man.
together. Exactly. Whereas in the past it was just singles ministry, and you just did things together. You went on a retreat and you came home. You weren't really going, necessarily, not necessarily, I don't want to say to meet anyone, but your interests weren't piqued from meeting anyone. Your interests were really piqued more for what was going to happen in terms of the events and activities and whatnot, as it related to the spiritual part of the retreat. So
Who's the one that sings, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but I know his name, I just can't remember it. We fall down and we get up. Donnie
Donnie
McClurkin.
McClurkin.
Okay, so I went to a service where he was performing.
Uh-huh.
And in that service, he told all the single people that were in that service that if you're looking for someone faith-bound, someone that's looking in the same direction that you're looking to for God, that this is the place that you need to get together and meet them. And it's real, because we all have said in our descriptions of what we wanted for a man, for us, was that we wanted someone that was going to be faith-based,
Right.
going in the same direction as us. So what better way to meet that person than maybe in your church?
Yeah, that was, if there are a lot of singles in your church, so, and like Wendy said, the larger churches probably have more, the mega churches, I would think, probably have more singles, so they're
Well,
single.
they have a flourishing.
Yeah.
I got some friends that are, well, they're not a part of the singles ministry. Some people shun away from it, even though they're single.
Right.
But
right.
they might participate in a concert or
Right.
some kind of
Or the
event that
events.
they
The
have. Some of
events.
them are flourishing and having
Right.
a lot of fun.
Okay, where are those churches at, Wendy?
I'll tell you afterwards.
We need to know, right, Bonnie?
You gonna drive for it?
Yeah, we need to drive up for it. I love visiting churches, so I'm open to visiting churches. So, well, you guys, hey, don't forget out there, please like, subscribe, share, and
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment, like Bonnie said. Tell us what you think. Are you waiting on God, or are you doing your part to meet that special someone?
And did you meet somebody good in church? Did you meet an interesting person in church? How did that work out? Let us know.
Exactly. And maybe you met someone and got married. That would be awesome. So listen, ladies, the third reason he says that waiting on God is keeping women single is because it allows you to blame God for your status instead of having some introspection about yourself. Blaming God is saying things like, waiting on God's timing. I'm waiting on God's timing. God hasn't said yes to me yet. Or God will send my husband when he's ready. Instead of actually doing some personal self-reflection and realizing that much of the stagnation that happens in your life has less to do with God
and more to do with you.
So have you ever said any of those things, Wendy? Waiting on God's timing.
Oh,
God.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's an easy answer.
Well,
it is an excuse, right?
Well, Bonnie's not done that. She said, because she's never asked, she's never, said, she's waiting on God.
Say that's blasphemy.
I did. I felt that way. I grew up Catholic and Baptist. I don't know if the two confuse me in that respect.
Probably did, because
I don't know about the Catholic. Now I grew up Baptist.
Yeah, I grew up both. So I don't know if that confused me or if it was in my mind that it just wasn't a right thing to do. Until the church itself let me know it was okay to ask God for a man. I mean, my pastor, he said, it's okay, ladies. It's okay, gentlemen, to ask God to bring you somebody that you want, and be specific about it. That's what I learned about being specific.
Supplication is real. You have to ask, you have to tell God what you want, because if you don't, then he doesn't know, and you might end up with somebody that's that you're not desiring of. So ladies and ladies out there, it's okay to, ask God, pray to God for the type of man that you want in your life. But you've got to do your part. You've got to put yourself out there. Ladies, give him some ideas. You do, there's some things that you go bowling. You can go bowling with your girlfriends. That's always fun. I love bowling, especially because I can't bowl. So it's fun then. So some other things that you can do, ladies.
Let's play pickleball.
What is pickleball? Please tell me.
I have no idea, but all I know is this becoming so very popular that the news is talking about it, that this is talking about it. They're expanding things to do pickleball.
Yeah, there's like a park and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
The only thing I know about pickleball is you use a paddle like ping pong and a ball like ping pong. I don't know.
But it's more like a tennis. It's like tennis closer.
Okay.
It's like tennis closer because
you got you have a little paddle because it's a paddle. I seen the paddle.
Right, it's a little paddle.
You got a little paddle with a little ball.
It's a special kind of ball, and it's a net as opposed to a table.
I'm probably gonna hit you in the eye with that little ball.
But listen, and they said today, because I listened to it on the news, they were talking about expanding some different places, so pickleball would be a part of it. And they said, and you can wear high heels and play pickleball.
Wow.
Yeah, you can wear high heels and a dress.
Can I just go bowling? Can I just go bowling?
Yeah, I'll take that because
I just want to go bowling.
I'm with you on that. I don't know.
I think try pickleball. I don't know about in heels, but I'll try it.
I you know what it is for me? The name pickleball.
Yeah, and how did you come up with that name, Monty?
Exactly. I have no idea, but it's such a turn off to me. I can't begin to tell you when I think of pickleball as a sport opposed to anything. I mean, they could have gave it any name but pickleball. So that's my turn off.
Yeah, that is kind of odd, and the name doesn't even match the game. I mean,
right.
I've never seen it. I think I'm gonna have to go online and watch it being played because I was in the store because they had a whole section of pickleball paddles. I was like, good grief, it really is that exciting?
It's really supposed to be big, big, big.
So ladies, tell me, do you think that women hide behind God? Is that some women hide behind God because they don't want to face their own insecurities? Because think about it. Some people are afraid to go out by themselves. Some people are afraid to go out in groups. Some people just are afraid to go out. And they could, be using God as a shield because they don't want to do their work, do part of the work. Do you think that could be the case?
There are some women that have that insecurity about them and want to use God as their excuse. Me being me, that's not I would never use that as an excuse. I might have to ask God for forgiveness for me being me. That's it.
You're fine.
It's more dangerous
but I mean
now.
in real I think in real life, just like you prepare for anything else, and if you're asking God for anything, you got to pray. You have to do your work to get an answer, right? So if you're asking for a man, I don't think God wants you to wear them outfits you wear or those looks that you look and, sit at the pew and look the way you look. If you're not doing something, you have to create a nuance. You have to get some sort of attention. You have to do something. God wants you to do something. He just doesn't want you to sit there and he hands you the life raft. It's not going to happen like that.
What were you going to say, Wendy? You were going
I was just saying that, I still do go out by myself from time to time. But not my favorite thing to do, but I will do that. When I just want to get out,
right.
Yeah, I don't want to go through a whole lot of hassle with, this and that and the other. I just want to go out. So, and I did that recently, but you have to think about, now you got to think about security. I mean, you always have, but now even more so, you got to think about security, right? If somebody's, following you or something like that. I mean, you don't want to be paranoid. You do want to, live your life and be free, But I envy those young ladies that just go on vacation, but they go to Paris by themselves. I envy that.
Well, I've been on several vacations by myself, but never to Paris.
I mean, why not?
No, I have no reason not to. I just,
Yeah.
been the place that I've gone. But yeah, I went on a cruise by myself and had the best time.
See, that's just amazing to me. I don't know if I could do that, but dinner, drinks, hanging
I have
out.
never, ever, ever, ever gone on vacation by myself. It is actually something I want to do. I've done a lot of things by myself, but I've never
Yeah.
gone on vacation by myself. And actually, I'm mad at myself because I want I want to experience that, you know.
Mhm.
Where would you like
And
to
I
go,
will.
Bonnie? Do you know where you would like to go by yourself?
To Dubai.
Oh, boy, that's a big girl trip by yourself. Okay.
Well, they say
Yeah.
to start out in those touristy. So that one would be a tourist. Paris would be a tourist. Start out like that instead of the remote places. You know what I mean?
Nice, Bonnie. So you need to make a plan.
Yeah.
I just gotta get that passport, and I hope you heard. That they were talking on television this weekend, and they were saying how passports were backed up. And I tell you, I've been having a problem getting my passport, and it's because they're having this problem backed up, and they're going to try to be hiring new people and doing new types of things to unback it up. And I said,
Right.
good, because now somebody's hearing what I keep saying. I just can't get a phone call. I just can't get it. I have everything to do it, but I can't get through to passport people. So
you
when I
gotta
heard
go.
it on
You gotta go
television,
down there and get in line, Bonnie. You just gotta go down there and get in line.
no, you have to make an appointment.
But you can go and
That's
make an appointment. But Bonnie, you can go downtown and make an appointment. You just got to stand in line. You can make an appointment in person.
Well, I'll have to do that next week because I got to get my appointment so I can go to Dubai.
I guess different counties are different, but I went. I didn't have an appointment. I just went down, waited in line, and got mine in DeKalb County.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Good.
Where are you going to? Downtown Atlanta, Bonnie? Is that where you have to go for Fulton? You're not. Yeah, Fulton.
Yeah, in Fulton County. Those places where them courts and stuff are.
City
Right.
government.
Yeah, that down there.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was calling every single day, all times a day. I just got nothing.
Yeah.
Then I met some ladies and they told me to go to North Fulton. I didn't even know what North Fulton was. I said, well, I live in South Fulton. What's North Fulton? And that was
Alpharetta.
Alpharetta. Yeah.
Dunwoody,
that.
right? Oh no,
Yeah.
Dunwoody wouldn't be. It would be
But
Alpharetta.
yeah,
Anything
but
above
plus just go
Alpharetta, John Street.
outside your where you
Yes.
are. I
Yeah.
mean, you get a passport anyway. I didn't realize that you didn't have to be in your county.
No, you
So
don't.
yeah, so I just gotta make it happen.
Yeah, so
And that's what ladies have to do with looking for someone and relying on God. They have to help make it happen.
Yeah, you've got to definitely, ladies, you have definitely got to do your part. Just sitting at home, work, church, home is not going to get it. Now, it would be different if you lived in a city like New York City and you were taking a subway home, something like that. You'd have opportunity to meet someone. Or if you were living in, a city where you use a Metroliner, going from one city to the other, like you do Washington to New York, you might meet somebody. But then you're out there. You're not, just in your car going to work and getting out and, going inside the building. So you've got to be, you've got to be actionable. You got to do your part. God is doing his part by framing the right person for you. Now you've got to do your part to be available and out there when that person arrives. Wendy, any last thoughts from you?
Well, one thing that I like to do, just my little tip, is I like to volunteer. So if I find an opportunity to volunteer, I try to do that, and that's cool. You can do that by yourself. You don't have to have anybody to do that with.
That is so
might be
true.
somebody else there that you share some interest with.
And you know what, guys, when you go, I mean, I've never met a guy at a concert, but you can meet, normally, you go to a concert, depending on where you're sitting at. I've been to many concerts where I've ended up, or whomever I'm with, we've ended up interacting with, guys in the close vicinity, passing drinks, doing whatever, and sharing food, so you just got to get out and do some different things. Got to get
You
out and do
do.
different things. So let's just read his summary. So he says that if you put your romantic circumstances all on God, you miss a huge opportunity to fix issues within yourself that, when you actually address, will help you make a significant progress towards your goal of marriage. To be completely honest, he says, I think many of you all are really out here single and celibate way longer than you have to be, instead of y'all waiting on God to do all the work. Y'all could be out here making progress, meeting new and interesting people, going on plenty of dates, improving your conversation skills, learning how to attract and interact with quality men, and gaining more confidence with the opposite sex or the same sex, if that's your choice. If you live in a modern society, it's your choice. But anyway, so that's his summary, and I think that's a pretty good summary. So
That's a good summary.
you know what? Everybody's got to get busy, and we try to stay busy because we're going someplace fun this weekend, and we're going to share it with you next week. So look,
Oh, yes.
because we are doing what he said. We know that God is bringing the right person into our lives, but we are doing something to help make that happen. Right, Wendy?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Faith without work is dead,
There
right?
you go. Vonnie?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Once again, it's been fun.
Always.
Look forward to getting together with you this weekend and coming back and sharing the fun that we had with everybody out there. Guys, what do we need them to do?
You gotta like, you gotta
share.
subscribe, you have to comment, share, ring the bell so you can hear all our commentary.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's it. They said it. That's what we need you to do. Ladies, have a wonderful night, and I will see you this weekend.
All righty, can't wait.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.